This morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business, and we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women, make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing this amazing Thursday morning? It is cold. It is rainy. It is a whole hot mess. It seems like the weather is changing immediately. Like it feels fallish already. So all of the girlies and all of the people that love them some pumpkin spice, tis the season. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Nikkie. I am your host, Miss Nikkie, and this is your daily cup of information and inspiration. Let me tell y'all, yesterday I hosted a free class last night, and we were doing a lot of people did themselves, but we were doing characters, your ideal character, your ideal customers, and we were changing their wardrobe and location just so that you can use these images for lifestyle shots, so you can use these images for your content, so that you're not sitting here stuck on what to create. You didn't need a big team, you didn't need a big budget, you didn't need to have a location, you didn't need to do any of that. We did all of that last night. It was such a good class, and it was so quick and it was so easy. So if you were a part of that class last night, if you were in the class, you are going to get the replay. If you registered but you weren't there, we are not sending out the replay for that. If you are in the YouTube community, you are going to get the replay. So if you're not yet a member of my YouTube community, you may want to join. Also, you in my YouTube community, you do get my prompt with Nikkie, my chat GPT. That is what I showed y'all yesterday and the day, I think, was it the day before and yesterday? Yes. And we were talking about the how to create your ideal customer with certain images. Like maybe you want to take some traits from certain celebrities. You want to take some traits. Excuse me, I got my new retainer in. You want to take certain traits from certain celebrities. You can say, okay, I love the style of, like, I was using Michael B. Jordan. I used Michael B. Jordan, Denzel, and I used who else? Morris Chestnut, right? And so it just thought what I wanted it to be, and it took out some of the quality so it can make it a really handsome man. And it did actually made a really good looking guy. And so that's what you can do. And so that's what I was showing you that you could do with my chat GPT. Plus, my chat GPT always is designed to ask you more questions so that you can go deeper, right? Because just regular GPT, regular chat is going to get you there, but it's not going to get you, it's not going to take you above and beyond. It's going to get you there, and then you got to figure out the rest. But with my GPT, it's going to take you to the place you want to go. It's a good life. It's definitely going to get you there. So we were going over that yesterday. So if anyone was in the class, I don't know how many people were in here. Let me check how many people were here. If you were in the class yesterday, let me know your thoughts about yesterday's class. Let me tell you something. What I taught yesterday was so quick, so easy. The class could have been done in 30 minutes. It could have been done in 30 minutes. But what we did was we were answering questions, we were tweaking some things, we were making sure everybody got their stuff together. We were also doing demonstrate. I did my demonstration and then we did a work through together. So it was really, really good. I will have more classes like that coming up. I am restructuring my community. So to make it easier to follow and things like that. So I'm restructuring my community. So stay tuned for that. And I'll definitely be offering more classes. So you may want to stay tuned because the classes were pretty good. They were pretty good. So y'all let me know if you were in class yesterday. Let me know your thoughts and let me see who is in the building so we could get right into it. I don't think I'm going to share my screen today. We're going to be talking about putting your special sauce on AI. I know I said today, but we are discussing AI all week and we're probably going to go into it next week as well. And I'm going to just talk about different areas. So I know the characters, the ideal customers, that's usually where people struggle with identifying their target audience. I know that's one thing. I know using AI to sound more like your brand is another struggle. Creating the content is another struggle. And then just implementing systems and things like that is another struggle. So I think this is going to take, I know it'll take longer than a week. So we may go into next week doing AI as well. So if you're interested in me speaking about AI next week as well, let me know in the chat and we can get that, we'll do AI next week or we'll come up with something different and y'all let me know where y'all want to go, right? Because it's all about y'all, where y'all want to go, what direction you want me to go in, and we will go. So with that being said, y'all, if anybody is not in here and they're usually here, take this video out and share it with them. Remember, I am on a mission to get 1,500 subscribers, and I've been slacking, y'all, and it's because I've been under the weather. I had my whole colonoscopy thing, and listen, I just have not gotten it back together yet. I gotta get it together, honey, because my energy, I gotta bring it back, okay? So so I gotta get it popping because I only got I got a little more than 10 days to get this popping. Listen, I got 10 days because it's the 31st. I got 10 days. So listen, I got to get on it. I want to also know how y'all feeling. I just asked y'all a bunch of questions, but first, if you were in the class, let me know how you feel about that. And if you want me to go into AI for next week as well, and then we can go into everything else. So let me check and see who is in the building. Good morning, Christina. Christina is first in the building. She said, good morning. Good morning, Christina. How are you doing this amazing morning? Good morning, cousin. Cousin is in the building. She said, grand rising, my hearts. And you already know what she said, y'all.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button.
She sure did. Oh, look who we have in the building. Good morning, Miss Anita. Miss Anita. Miss Anita. Miss Anita. Oh, Miss Anita. Miss Anita. And when I say that, I have to say it with my eyes closed because I be feeling it. Hey, hey, hey. Good morning, Creed. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And welcome to Coffee with Nikki this morning. How are you doing? And thank you so much for being a member. And you know what I'm going to say to that? Let me tell you. You better thank a union member. Y'all, do I sound like I have a lisp? Because I feel like that's what I sound like. I gotta get it together. Good morning, Betty Rose. Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. Betty Rose is in the building. She said, good morning, all blessed. Good morning, all blessed and making moves. Hey, yes, yes, and yes. Let's get it. Let's go. Good morning, Melly Mel. Melly Mel is in the building. She said, good morning, party people. Party people. It's Thankful Thursday. Yeah, it's Thankful Thursday. Yeah. And y'all know what else she said. And y'all just deal with it. We listen and we don't judge.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button.
Dang, I missed it. Yes, you did. And it was good. It was good too. Good morning, Yolanda. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yolanda said, I missed class last night. Is there going to be a replay? Yes, for you, because you are a member of the YouTube crew. So yes, you will definitely be able to get the replay. I'm going to edit it down today. It's not too much to edit. I'm going to do it. It was basically, the class was like, I would say, an hour long. I'm going to edit it down so you don't have to, watch all the other stuff, everybody getting in the class and all that other stuff. But yes, you'll definitely get the replay. So y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna love it. Cree said, yesterday was my first class and it was awesome. I learned a lot in a short period. I'm looking forward to the next one. Hey, let's get it. Let's go. Let's give us a round of applause. All right, Melly Mel says, the class was very helpful and easy. Listen, y'all out here struggling for no reason. No reason at all. No reason at all. Hey, good morning, Sheila from VA. Sheila from VA is in the building. And she said, last night's class showed me how good I can look if I shed these 40 plus pounds I put on in the last 15 years. Talk about inspiration. Sheila from VA, you are so crazy. Good morning, Miss Rosalind. How are you doing this amazing morning? Rosalind said, good morning, y'all. Good morning, Rosalind. How are you doing? All right, y'all. So we are going to get into it. Y'all let me know if y'all want to discuss AI next week, or do you want to go to a different topic? I don't have a feeling either way, so you're not going to hurt my feelings. So just let me know which direction you want me to go in. More AI or a different direction. Let me know in the chat, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Yep, crazy is my middle name. I get it. Let me know if y'all want us to go in the AI direction, or would you like for us to go in a different direction? And if so, we can talk about it later, what direction you want us to go in. But let me know what should the topic be next week. All right, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. And it doesn't just have to be about your visuals. It doesn't just have to be about your content. There are so many other ways to use AI. I was listening to another creator. I think she was on TikTok, and she was like, people are only using 10% of what ChatGPT could do. And not everybody is using it. So even though we feel like it's taking over everything and everybody knows about it and everybody's using it, everybody ain't. You know what I'm saying? So it's already here. We might as well see what we can do with this thing and how we can apply these things to how we can use it in our business. Right? So Christina says, yes, AI. Rosalind say, I won't complain. Cause like the seasoned saints say, ain't nobody gonna listen no way. And ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Okay. All right, so I have 2 votes for AI. If you want to vote for AI for next week, please put that in the chat. If not, and you want to do something different, say, I want to do something different, Nikki. I'm tired of AI. I don't even care about AI. Whatever it is, just let me know. Either way, I'm not attached to any subject. I will just go on ahead. All right, so we got some AIs in the chat. I do have some new classes coming up. I will be working on my new community where I want to do some things where we maybe do a live call, maybe once a month or something like that. And then, I'll have the classes and I will be breaking it down into the certain softwares that I use. I have some great ideas of where I think I want to go with this. And so I'm going to be working on that in the behind the scenes. And I'm also opening back up my 3-day intensive. So if you missed my 3-day intensive and for your brand, if you have not taken my class, I am opening up seats for that as well. So yesterday we were talking about your ideal customer, and I showed you how to use my GPT so that you can get very detailed information about your ideal customer, right? The demographics, the psychographics, there's behaviors, emotional triggers, all of that. And we use my GPT to show you how to do that. Do we have any questions about how we did that, or we good to move on? Was it good? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Yesterday, I was showing how it gave content ideas as well. So it gave you the base and you just have to fill in the base, right? Like, so it gave you the foundation and then you just have to build on that. And then you'll be able to add your special sauce on it. And so today we're going to talk about special sauce. We're going to talk about your unique personality. We're going to be talking about your brand tone. We're going to be talking about how to make things sound exactly like you instead of sounding like the AI. A lot of people say that I'm using AI, but it's giving me generic answers. So I'm using AI, but it's not giving me exactly what I need. You want to know why? Because we're not giving it enough information. Generic in, generic out. That's what you're going to get. GIGO. That is what you're going to get if you're not giving your chat enough information. Now you could go into the settings and you can put your information in there about your tone, about what you want people to feel, about what you make, about your services, all of those things. You can do that on the other side, right? You can do that in your settings. But if you haven't done that, you have to make sure that you're very specific when you're using AI to create a prompt or to create some information that you need. You have to give it information. It doesn't know you, so it's not magic. It doesn't automatically assume who you are, so you have to give it that information. And so yesterday we did that with the ideal customer. Again, it gave us a lot of information, and we're going to talk about today how to make it a little better, right? We're going to talk about how to make it better. All right. Rosalind says, I love what you have done with AI. Thank you so much. As a visual learner, I love how you break down the basics to make something so visually appealing. Thank you so much, Rosalind. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Betty Rose says, crazy how my chat GPT finally gave me all that stuff. Okay. All that stuff. Got you. Got you, got you, got you. Cree also says AI. Okay. All right. So what we need to do is we need to start putting in the details that we need our chat GPT to know so that we can have the results that we want. So you can't just say, I'm a candle maker. I make candles. They smell really good. They're soy. We don't use bad fragrances. We use essential oils and just leave it at that. Because how different is that? That makes you just like a whole bunch of other candle makers that use soy candles and that make soy candles and essential oils. That doesn't make you different at all, right? So now you have to give it a little something different, right? What's the angle? Why are you doing this? Who exactly is this thing for? So if you give Chat GPT or whatever AI software you want to use, if you give it that information, it will be able to give you something more tailored to who you are and your brand, as opposed to just giving you random candle information. You've got to be able to give it something more specific so it has something to work with, right? You cannot just put generic information in and just expect, hey, I'm a candle maker and I need some content on I need a 5-day content calendar. It's going to give you basic information because it does not know you. It is not magic. It is not magic. It only works with what you put in it, right? It works for you if you work it. So you got to give it information, more information about the brand, about the tone, and all of that other stuff. And even then, when it does give you that information, right, you don't have to use it as is. You might be like, well, ChatGPT or AI is going to take over the world and it's going to do this and it's going to do that and it's going to steal my this and it's going to give it to this person and it's going to do that. If that's how you feel, if you feel that it's going to take your information and give it to somebody else, or take your information and somebody else is going to run with an idea that you had, then this is why you would take the information that ChatGPT gives you, switch it up and put your special sauce on it. How do you put your special sauce on it? What does your tone sound like? What do you call your audience, right? How do you address your audience? What words do you use? What things do you want them to see? What's the transformation? How can you add your tone to it? How can you add a story that's relevant, that relates to you, to your brand? You know what I'm saying? How can you bring you to what ChatGPT already gave you for your brand, right? You got to be very clear on what your brand tone is. You got to be very clear on what your brand personality is so that you can fix it. If you call your people, hey, queen, grand rising queen, and ChatGPT didn't give it to you, don't just copy and paste what ChatGPT gave you. Don't just copy and paste that because it doesn't sound like you. Now you're sitting there sounding robotic. You don't want to sound robotic. You want to sound like you. How is it going to sound like you? If I had something from a response from ChatGPT, and it says, good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Da 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 da. Y'all know I don't speak like that, right? I don't speak like that. I don't speak like that to my audience on either page. I don't speak like that in Bubble Babes University, and I don't speak like that in Bubble Babes Bath Company. I don't speak like that. So in order for it to sound like me, I have to put me into it. Right? Y'all know I'm going to sound like this. Y'all know I'm going to use the word dope. I'm going to use the word, I'm going to be like, what's up, y'all? What's going on? What's popping? All those type of things. Those are the things I'm going to be using. I'm not, how's everybody doing today? Is everybody doing great today? I'm not going to sound like that. So it is definitely going to always sound robotic. It's always going to sound like that's my telephone voice. You don't want to sound like your telephone voice. You want to sound like what your brand, whatever you are saying your tone is for your brand. That's what you want your responses to sound like. That's what you want your copy, your captions. That's what you want it to sound like. You want it to sound like you, right? The reason why something would take over is because then you lose your identity in something else. You don't want to lose your identity for the brand or your direction by just following everything that ChatGPT tells you, right? Because who knows? It could be telling you wrong information. Who knows? I mean, you may have to fact check some stuff, right? But either way, you don't want to just copy and paste everything that it says. You want to be able to put your personality on it, right? Because just because ChatGPT gave it to you, it could have gave it to somebody else too, right? Because again, it's pulling from everywhere. So if it's pulling from everywhere, it could have pulled from somebody else's information, and now you copy and pasting, and now you sound like, you know, a cookie cutter image of whomever, right? And so you want to make sure that you add your own special sauce. Good morning, Big Meech. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Big Meech is in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Generic in, generic out. Exactly. So when you are putting in anything into ChatGPT or any AI, I want you to remember that. If you're being very basic and generic with what you're asking it for, it's going to give you a response that's basic and generic. And you're going to be looking at it like, well, ChatGPT don't work for me. No, you didn't put enough information in. It works perfectly fine if you give it some information. It works perfectly fine if you give it enough to work with. It works perfectly fine if you are clear with who you are and what you want to do. And even if you're not clear, tell ChatGPT that you're not clear on what it is that you want to do and what direction you want to go. And this is what I'm thinking, but what do you think? You know what I'm saying? Because you could ask ChatGPT questions. You could ask any AI questions and see what direction is going to go in. I'm so sorry. My mouth is so I am really trying to work with this new retainer in my mouth, and it is it's driving me crazy. Y'all probably not. Listen. If y'all don't sound crazy, y'all just act like I ain't say it. Let me see. I never said the word ain't until we moved from I never said the word ain't until we moved from Maryland to VA. Listen, you got to make it sound like you. Not sure how AI will respond to ain't. Well, listen, if you want to use it, use it. If you don't, you just got to reword with what it gives you. Reword what AI gives you. Don't just take it as is. Reword what it gives you. Not to go off topic, but can some of you inbox me some custom packaging vendors, please? Thank you. All right. Next thing. Your voice is one thing AI cannot duplicate. So use your voice. What do you want your brand to sound like? How do you want to address your audience? What do you call your people? Right? We should all call our people something because it's a part of building community, right? Because people like us do things like this. Somebody please put that in the chat. Y'all gonna hear me say that all the time. I think it was Seth Godin. People like us do things like this. People like us do things like this. And you want to make sure that you start establishing who your tribe is. You are part of my tribe. They need to know that when they hear BBU tribe, that they're part of Bubble Babes University. They need to know that when they hear babes, you know what I'm saying? Like, they need to know that they're part of your community, and people love that. You know what I mean? You may think like, oh, well, I don't know why people call their community certain things. It's because people identify with it. They identify. Oh yeah, I'm one of those. I'm one of those. Oh yeah, I bought some of her stuff. I love her stuff. Oh yeah, I'm for sure in the I'm for sure in the Babes Brigade. Oh, I'm for sure in this community, because that's what you call your people, and they know themselves by the name that you call them, right? You know your name. You know yourself by your name, right? So it's the same thing. Same thing. People like us do things like this. Yes. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. So you have to make sure that you are using your voice, create your communities so that you can build your tribe, so that you can build your following, right? So AI is not going to be your clone. It is use AI as a collaborator, right? So you need help with productivity. Let's see what we can get, right? I know that I have X amount of time to do X amount of things. What can I do to be most productive? You can put that into ChatGPT and say, well, I only have, like I said, X amount of time to do X amount of things. And how should I go about doing this? I need to do blah, 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 blah. Put that in there and see what it gives you. And especially when, we don't say the parts that we struggle with, right? If you put the struggle part in there, it'll help you to create a way to get the job done, right? So if you know that you're creating content and you're stuck at a certain point, or you're creating the content and you may be consistent at creating content, but you're not getting the engagement, don't just say, give me a content calendar. Now you say, give me a content calendar for my audience of whatever your audience is. I am struggling with my audience engaging with me. They're not commenting. They're not liking my posts. How can I engage my audience or provide more or give content that they will find useful or entertaining or whatever you want it to be, so that they can engage with me more? Now that's a difference than saying I need a content calendar, right? Because it's going to give you a bunch of content calendar ideas, but now you're giving it what you need. You're also saying where's your problem, and then it's going to give you a solution. Are y'all with me? Let me know if y'all with me in the chat. I know most people do not use ChatGPT like that. I know most people don't say, hey, that's not what I want. This is what I'm thinking. Most people don't question the stuff that they get from ChatGPT. They usually just reprompt and they try to work another prompt in. It's not about reworking another prompt. It's about having clarity about the things that you want to say. We'll just throw another prompt in there and be like, oh, well, it's not giving me what I want. No, you got to rework that prompt. You got to talk about the struggles. You got to talk about what it is that you can actually do and what you can't do. You got to talk about these things and say, no, that's not what I mean. This is the direction that I want to go in. And you be like, oh, well, chat, I changed my mind about this direction. Maybe we should go in this direction. Let me give you a little bit more information about that thing, instead of trying to change the prompt. How many of y'all do that? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Yolanda says, I still don't know what to call my people after all this time. What? I just say family. Listen, use Chat GPT. Y'all, I'm struggling. I'm on the struggle bus. Use Chat GPT to help you come up with your name for your people, right? If that's what you need. What's the community? What's the community? You can say my footprint family. You can say, you know what I'm saying? My footprint babes, my footprint girlies, my footprint. You can do any of that if you want to, right? Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. If you need to, put it in the chat. Not put it in the chat. Yeah, put it into Chat GPT and say, hey, chat, I have been struggling on what to call my community. My company is Footprints Collections, Bath Co. We create quality bath products, body oils, perfumes, that type of thing. We love the girls that love the luxury. And they love to spend a lot of time and luxuriate on themselves and their bath time rituals or routines, however you want to word it. What ideas do you have for my community? Now it's going to throw out a bunch of names that you probably don't care for, right? And then you could say, oh no, I don't like those names. I don't like what direction you're going in, chat. Can you change that around? I want it to sound a little bit more urban, or I want it to sound a little bit more luxurious. I want it to sound a little bit more whatever that thing is. And then say, what else you got, chat? Let me see what you got. And then regenerate it and let chat do it again. And then it's going to come up with some other names. And if there's any names in it that you do like, listen, this is gold right here. This is gold right here, because I know a lot of people are not using ChatGPT like this. And not saying that I came up and I unlocked something. I'm just saying I know how people are using ChatGPT or are using AI, right? So if there are a couple of names that you do like, say, oh, I'm feeling, you don't have to do it like that, but you can say, I'm feeling these names, and then you can put the names in there that you're feeling, and then you can say, this is what I like about those names, right? Now, can you use this information that I just gave you and give me some more names? Again, we're building on what we started with. We're not starting all over again and say, no, I don't like that. Can I have some more names, or give me some more names, or whatever? No, you're actually training it so that you can push it into the direction you want it to go in. Because a lot of the times we're not doing that. A lot of the times we're just, I need a new prompt. I need a new prompt. I need a new prompt. And we're not going into anything deeper. Right? So you can definitely ask ChatGPT to go deeper. You can ask ChatGPT, you can tell it, I like these names, take it out of the list. What you got with this? And sometimes it'll still give you something corny, because sometimes it ain't all the way there. But you can give it, listen, I love these things. This is kind of the direction I want to go in. Let me know what you think. Ask me any questions. This is the most important part. Ask me any questions to help you create some names that I am going to fall in love with. Ask me questions. Ask me clarifying questions to help you generate the names that I need for my community. Ask me clarifying questions. Y'all need to write that down. Y'all need to write that down when you're using AI. When you put your request in there, ask it. Ask me any questions that is going to help clarify this so that you can give me the best response possible. That's going to be a game changer. Just throwing that question in there. Ask me some more questions. That, and not just any kind of questions. Ask me some questions that's going to give me the response that I'm looking for. Ask me some questions that's going to help me seal a deal. Ask me some questions that is going to help me fall in love with this answer. Ask me some questions like that is going to be the game changer. When you start prompting and you add, after you put your request in and you say, ask me some, just in case you're not clear on what it is that I want, ask me some clarifying questions so that I can respond to you and give you those, give you the answer to those questions so that you can give me the best response possible. Y'all with me? Say I'm with you in the chat. If you with me, say I'm with you in the chat. Good morning, Damien. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Damien said, good morning, creative spirits. How are you doing this amazing morning? Footprints and faith. Oh, that's cute. Yes, Nikki GPT does ask you a follow-up question. Listen, because I know that nobody really cares to ask ChatGPT questions because we think it's magic. We think this is a magic 8-ball, and it's going to give us some answers. We think it's a crystal ball. ChatGPT is not your crystal ball. It is not your crystal ball. So you want to ask it clarifying questions. Sheila from VA says, I did the simple cut and paste in ChatGPT without being specific before you showed us we need to be very specific in order to obtain better results. Yes. Yes, it's very simple. ChatGPT will work for you if you work for it. Well, that I take that back because then that goes into my tinging and pinging. So let's take that back. Let's take that back and let's just say it will work for you if you give it enough information. Let's just say that, okay? Christina says, yes, Nikki's ChatGPT does ask you a follow-up question. All right, Betty Rose says, I'm with you. Rosalind says, I'm with you. Does anybody have any questions about that? Does anybody have any questions about that? When ChatGPT gives you something, And let me just put your questions in there. I'm going to keep talking, but put your questions in the chat and I'll come back to it. When ChatGPT gives you a response, again, put your little extra sauce on there. How would you sound, right? How does your brand sound? Is it sophisticated? Is it luxurious? Is it calm and zen? Is it exciting? Is it whimsical? Whatever it is, just sprinkle your little fairy dust on it so that you could have something that sounds unique to you. Yes, it's going to give you something, but just because it gave it to you don't mean you got to use it, and doesn't mean you got to use it as is. You have the option to do whatever it is that you want to do with it, right? Yes, it gave you a response, but who said you got to take it as is, right? Sometimes it'll give you half of it to be good and the rest is like, that sucks. You know what I mean? It's not always going to be 100%. It's not always going to be a jackpot. It's not always going to give you exactly what you want. So if it doesn't, take what you want, rework the other part, and then incorporate a plan for yourself. Only use it as something that is going to, I don't even want to say as the base, because the base is like the whole foundation, and so it's got to be sturdy and strong, and so you got to use your brand as the base, and use the chat GPT as the things that's going to be the add-ons. Okay, you've got to use your brand as the base and use the chat GPT as the add-ons, right? So you can take the pieces that you want, throw away the pieces that you don't. You don't know, nobody is obligated to use everything that ChatGPT gives you, or any AI. If that's anything that you use, you want to use Claude, you want to use Copy.ai, you want to use anything else, it doesn't matter. Whatever AI you decide that you want to use, and you don't have to take it at face value. You can switch it up so it can sound just like you. So put your extra sauce on there. Put your, the way you speak, the way you communicate with your audience, your tone, put all of that in there. If you have any phrases or sayings that you normally say, you want to use your tagline, add that stuff in there, right? Stop thinking that ChatGPT is, you got to use just it, but, well, in order for me to connect with my audience, I'm going to have to use it just the way it is. No, that's not so. Right? That's not so. And I'm telling you right now, you don't necessarily have to take everything. You just have to take whatever you want. Take what you want, throw away the rest. It's like a gift, right? I don't remember who told me this, but somebody told me it's like a gift. You can take it or leave it. You don't have to open it if you don't want to, right? Same thing with ChatGPT. You can take it as is, and you can open it if you want to, or you can take it and use it, or you can throw it away. Whatever you want to do. Right? So make sure that you include your brand phrases. Make sure if you speak in a certain tone that you add that in there. If you have, I always say, add that human touch to your AI. Always add the human touch to your AI. How can you add your voice to this? How can you add your human touch to this? So it doesn't just seem like, oh, I just grabbed this video and I just brought it in here and I'm just going to use this video just as is, and I'm just going to copy and paste this this caption the way they gave it to me as is, and I'm going to throw it in there. Because sometimes if you ask for a caption, it'll give you some hashtags, and sometimes those hashtags are not relevant, especially to the category that you want to show up in, right? And so you may have to tweak those things, and it's okay. Just because they gave you the hashtag doesn't mean that that's the perfect hashtag for you, right? If you know that some things are working for you, use those things. If you know that they're not, change them. You can change anything that you want, right? You can edit anything that you want. So if you know that you are in the beauty community and you address your people in a certain way, you want to continue to address them in a certain way. Not going off of what any AI told you, but you want to address your people the same way. Now, if it gave you it gave you a dope quote or a dope saying or something to put in there, then use that. But then if you want to edit that, you can switch it around a little bit. It may have given you a quote that you should use, and you're like, oh, you know what, that's good, but I want to switch it up a little bit, and I wanted to say this, right? No problem. Switch it up and change it, because you are able to do that, right? You can do whatever you need to do. If you got personal experience and you want to share that, and you are using an AI generated video, you can say, I've been a soap maker for 15 years and I absolutely love using A, B, and C, because A, B, and C creates the best bubbles, da, 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 da. Now, you can use the AI generated video for sure. right? But let's add that human touch and add your voice and your experience to that thing, right? Let me add me to it, right? So now it is not just a machine running what you got going on. It is you working, you are collaborating with the machine so that you can create something that is going to be unique to your particular experience, to your particular brand, and to your particular brand voice, okay? Anybody has any problems with that? Let me know if y'all with me so far. Let me know, let me know. All right, Yolanda says, okay, it gave me some names I like. The Mood Muses, since my brand is enhancing your bath mood. Thanks, Nikki. You're welcome. All right. All right. So I feel away. I feel away because I know, and I'm only saying this because we are in the same community. So I know that Martini uses muses in hers, and I'm not saying that y'all got the same audience and that y'all can't use the same word because it is a word in the dictionary. But I'm just letting you know. I'm putting it out there just because I know it. That's why I'm gonna say it. Right? And y'all know me to be real. So I'm going to just give you the real. So then there's that. You can do what you want to do with that. You don't have to even pay attention to what I just said. But I do love the Mood Muses. It does sound nice. With you. Yes. Let me know if you are with me. Add your own special sauce. You're going to hear me continue to say that because you need to. So if everything is ending with a call to action, don't just say click the link in my bio. I know sometimes I'll be putting click the link in my bio or add me to the email list or get on my email list or something like that. But if you are, and you should have a call to action. Every time somebody is looking at something, I forgot who I was listening to. Who said that? Every time you do something, it should always end with a call to action. So if it's going to end with a call to action, make your call to action sound like you. Right? You could be like, hit me back on my blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Or hit me back on my bio or check out this or whatever. But make it sound just like you because that is going to help you to connect with your audience and your brand. Does anybody have any questions about using AI right now? Let me know. Y'all got me? So let me know if you have any questions about what I said today. Again, we went over just making it sound like you, asking clarifying questions to your to whatever AI that you're using so that it can give you what you want. Also, if there's things that you like that in the response that ChatGPT or any AI gave you, if there's some things that you like, point out the things that you like. Show them the things talk about the things that you don't and what you don't like about them because now it's starting to learn, right? I don't like the way that you said da 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 da. So can we change that a little bit? I want it to sound a little bit more because sometimes it's just assuming, you know what I mean? It's like they say, it's hallucinating. And so you want to make sure that you are telling it why you don't like something, right? I don't like it because A, B, and C. So now what can we do about that? If you need some more information from me, ask me ask me some questions and I'll be glad to answer the questions so that we can get this response together. Cause honey, like that's how I be talking to my chat. That's why if you have Nikkie GPT and it responds to you in a certain way, it's going to respond to you the way you hear me speak now. Right? Because you'll be hearing it. You'll hear my tone when you are reading whatever the response is. And like, Nikki, I feel like you right there in the room with me. That's the purpose of my chat GPT. That is the purpose of Nikkie GPT because I want to feel like I'm guiding you into creating that prompt. I want to guide you into going deeper into what it is and stop being surface level because a lot of the times we're using it and we're using it at the surface level. We can go deeper. Right? We could definitely go deeper. And that is what is designed to do. And even if you don't have my GPT and you want to use that with any AI, ask those questions. Or like I said, ask those questions, point out the things that you don't like so it can fix it. And even when it doesn't, sometimes you got to use it a couple of times. We think it's one and done and we just going to get the right answer every single time. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. So you may have to do it a couple of times in order for you to get something. You may have to do it a couple of times before you get the answers that you're looking for, but it's okay, right? Again, you don't need to start a whole new prompt. You just need to rework what you already had. and keep on adding on to that, right? Just keep on adding on. Don't create a new prompt unless you need to. But I wouldn't create a new prompt. I would just go on ahead and say what I don't like, what I do like, what I want to change, where I want to go, and what my goals are, where I struggle. All of those things are things that I would add into my prompts, or those are things that I would add into my requests or whatever. Let me see what you all are saying over here. Oh no, I don't step on my sister's toes. I'm changing the name. I just want to make sure I give you the information because I would be doing you a disservice if I, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to give it to you. So, does anybody have any questions when using any AI? Please put it in the chat and let me know. Grand Rising, Donna. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Donna says, Grand Rising, creative family. Yes, yes, and yes. So, we are speaking about AI. We are talking about using AI to help you get the answers that you want, to sound more like your brand personality and your brand tone, and to not just use the responses that ChatGPT or any AI gives you at face value, that you are able to ask it questions. You are able to tell it it's wrong. You are able to say, I don't like that. You're able to say, I like this, but you're able to add all of those things onto your prompts when you're requesting something, because we think, again, we take it at face value like, oh, well, that's the answer. Let me just create a new prompt. No, let's build on that prompt. So if anybody has any questions, let me know in the chat, please. And thank you. Let me know in the chat. Are we good? Everybody's clear? Let me know. And let me know if you use chat the way I use chat. Like, let me tell you something. Chat, I be speaking to it like a person. Like, I don't know what you thinking, but I don't know what direction you going in, but I need you to bring it back. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. This is how I speak to it. And it, I guess, is, is learning the personality, is learning what I wanted to give. So does anybody have any questions about that? Please put it in the chat. If you don't have any questions and we're clear, say we're clear. Say we are clear in the chat. Now remember, if you are using ChatGPT or any AI as a collaborator, is to collaborate with you. It's not replacing you. It's not to be it's not cloning you. You are using it to collaborate. It's helping you to create some ideas. It's helping you to create some content. It's helping you to create clarity. It's helping you to respond to emails. It's helping you to create systems. It's helping you to be more productive in your business. It's helping you to take some things off your plate that you don't like to do. Well, not really take it off your plate, because you're still going to have to do it, but it'll give you some structure. Right? It'll give you some structure. And that is what most of us need. Not most of us, all of us need the structure. Most of us need to be disciplined so that we can do the things that we say that we want to do. So that next year, we're not talking about the same things. Next year, we're not talking about how we want to promote and do content. Next year, we're not talking about, how much we want to go live more. Next year, we're not talking about, I still don't know who my customer is. We're not talking about that no more. It's giving you, there's no reason for you not to have those answers. There's no reason for you not to have those answers. There's no excuse right now. This is the best time in the world for you to have some clarity. I wish I started my business 15 years ago. I wish I had something like this to help me with my product descriptions. I'm sitting here racking my brain trying to create product descriptions. I'm racking my brain, and then they sound as generic as possible, because I was taking the notes that I seen in the from wherever I got my fragrance oils from, and I was rewording that. They were so generic. It didn't have anything. It didn't. My descriptions when I started 15 years ago had no personality, none at all, right? And I would even say my brand didn't have as much personality. And the reason why I didn't know that my brand needed a personality is because, again, I was learning as I went, right? I was learning as I went. I came from doing YouTube and went into having a business, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I kind of learned it as I went, right? I didn't know anything about all this brand personality. Now, YouTube is bigger now than it was when I started. And so there's a lot of information on YouTube that there's no way that you can't know something. If you don't know something, then you just plain out ignorant and you're not doing the work. or you just don't want to implement the work, and then that's going to be on you, right? Because you got everything that you need. You got all the tools that you need. I didn't know all of those things when I got started, but guess what? I was able to see, oh, okay, now, people are starting to be more open, because that was a problem when I started on YouTube. People weren't open. You know what I mean? They didn't want to share recipes. They didn't want to share how they did something. They didn't want to share how they got a certain ad, or, how they got a certain sponsorship or whatever. They didn't share those things. And so now there's people all over the place giving you this information. They're on TikTok. You could Google it. You could YouTube it. There's no reason for you not to know something. There's absolutely no reason for you not to know something. If you don't know something, and if you don't know something, you don't know how to do something, I'm just going to just chalk that up to saying you don't want to know, because you have access to everything for free. Even if these people who give you free information do charge for paid services, they do give you enough to start. There's books out here. The books has been out. You know what I'm saying? There's books everywhere about anything. You don't like to read, then listen to the book. Right? The information is there. If you don't want to use it, then that's on you. Then say that. Don't say that you didn't learn it. Don't say that the information ain't out there. Just say you was not open to receiving the information, because that's going to be the answer. Right? Anything you want to know is out here for free, on the free. You can TikTok it. You can learn it in 7 seconds or less. You can learn it in 7 seconds or less. You need to see success stories. You can see success stories everywhere. When I started, you only seen certain people elevate to certain, I looked at Lush, I looked at certain places like that, and I'm like, okay, so I'm modeling, certain things after that. Now you got people, just everyday people, just successful at everything. Even things that you're like, they really famous for eating food. They really famous for slurping. Listen, people are making money off of anything. So what's your excuse? There's no excuse. None at all. None at all. Let me see what I'm missing in the comments. All right, Sheila from VA says, I'm clear. Betty Rose says, when I asked ChatGPT to create a prompt for Canva AI, the resulting image doesn't come out the way I want, and I tweak it, but it still come out wrong. How do I fix that? Ask me in the Facebook group. Ask me in the Facebook group. Okay, Bath Co Beauties? Bath Co Beauties? Or is it Bath Beauties? Let me know. Sheila from VA said, you started before we had all of the AI help. Yes, I did. This is what makes you such a great mentor, teacher, inspiration. You are truly a pioneer. Thank you so much, Sheila from VA. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, I didn't have AI to fix my images. I hated. Do y'all hear me? The word hate. People say don't use that word. It's a strong word. I mean it when I say it every single time. I hated, and still do, Photoshop. Was not my blessing. And I was trying to learn, because it wasn't really many tools. Like Canva AI, you could easily remove a background. Easily. You could do it on CapCut. You could use it on any editing tool. Now you can delete the background without having to go around the image itself, like going around every little nook and cranny around the image, so that you can take the background out. Listen, it was a struggle. I was on a struggle bus trying to get my images together. Y'all don't have any excuses. I couldn't do, y'all got the images, y'all got the image quality, y'all could change the backgrounds on your images and make your images wherever you want them to be and make it look like it's in a studio. Y'all got that. They have all of these scenery boards and things like that. All that stuff wasn't around when I was doing when I was creating my stuff. There's no excuse. And I think because where I came in and where people came in is not the same. And so they don't understand what my struggle was. Right. And I'm not saying that my struggle should be everybody's struggle. I'm just saying I could appreciate the technology of today. Because let me tell you, I could appreciate the technology of today, because it was so difficult to try. Just imagine just the websites itself. Oh my gosh, my website was the most basic. When I find it, I'm going to show y'all one day what my website used to look like. I can say it's trash now, but again, things are different. The looks are different and things like that. But I struggle with my website. I struggle creating banners. I struggle with my logo. I struggle with my pictures. I struggle with my product description. I struggled sometimes. I didn't struggle with my YouTube tutorials. I didn't struggle with that. So that's one of the things. But I didn't have content calendars or things to post for me and schedule my posts. I didn't have any of that. So I could appreciate where we are at today, right? And so there's no excuse for anybody not to be able to use it, because technology made it so simple for you to create a website, for you to create your images to look good, for you to remove the backgrounds, for you to create your characters. I didn't have character creation, and we had to use stock images. We had to actually be the content. Like, that was what it was when I started. You've got ways. You don't even have to leave your home to create a whole environment for your character, or make your character do things, or live a life that you want your character to live. You got all of that with the push of some buttons. And some people say, well, convenience is going to kill you. You want to be so convenient, da 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 da. But things got to evolve, right? You don't pick and choose what you want to evolve. Things are going to change, right? The times has got to change, period. And we've got to get on, and we got to move with it. If you was doing VHS tapes and you were saying, oh, well, I'm not going to change it to a DVD. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stick with these VHS tapes. Guess what? They stopped making them. Because time had to move on. Time had to evolve into the CDs, the DVDs, and then the DVDs done change into streaming services. So how many times you can find somebody with a DVD player? A DVR, what do you call them things? How many people you know have one of those? Times has changed. You don't really listen to music on CDs anymore. Some people got CDs, but they're not selling them. Some cars are being made. Most cars now are not being made with CD players. The times are going to change. You got to move with the times. Yeah, let me know if y'all rocking with me. Let me know. They sure did not share. Nope. Not until COVID happened. And then bam, broke. And then bam, then the dam broke. Oh, and then the dam broke and they started talking. Listen, they was not sharing no information. Nobody was teaching no classes. I could tell you, with the exception of, and there were some forums. Those forums were very helpful for me. People don't use forums like that no more, right? But the forums was very helpful for me when I started in business. And also Miss Donna Maria was very instrumental in my business, because she had the Indie Business Network. And in her network, she had what I'm kind of doing now is she was the hub for all things soap making and things like that. And so she would have speakers there, so you can see successful people that ran soap businesses and did, they created certain things. She showed you what you needed to do for the business, what types of insurance you needed, what types of things you needed to look for. She was one of the first people that I got my information from, right? But now you can get it anywhere. So like I said, there's no reason for you not to have information. There's no reason for you not to know something. Or for you not to implement it, right? So if you don't do it, it's just because you don't want to do it. If you don't know it, it's because you didn't want to know it. Let me see. Bathco Beauties. All right, come on, Bathco Beauties. I'm loving it over here, rocking with you. Hey, let's get it. Let's go. Think of how much money we can save not having to hire marketing specialists. We can do all of this ourselves with the use of AI, just as a base fee. Most of these companies charge $5,000 plus, and do. As long as you implement things, they're going to, you can work them, right? If it gives you a plan, work the plan. If it gives you a plan, work the plan. If you work that thing to the best of your ability and something still didn't shake, then change up the approach. But work it first. You got to try to say something. You got to try it first before you say it don't work. I always go back to Love Jones. You got to exhaust the possibilities first before you say something don't work. But you got to actually do it 100%. Right? You can't do it 50%, be like, oh yeah, that didn't work. Oh yeah, I tried to go live. The people didn't come. How many times you went live? Oh, I just went once. Oh, I just was on for 10 minutes. Oh, I didn't go back on. That's not going to help you. You got to do something consistently, and you got to do it 100%. And so with that being said, y'all, I guess we're going to be talking about AI for next week too. So next week we'll be back with some AI. Make sure you stay tuned. I have some new classes that I want to do as well. And yeah, stay tuned for that. I may have a waiting list. I may not. I'll keep y'all posted. Make sure y'all follow me on my stories. And make sure y'all follow me here because I will update y'all here. My oldest son shelled out $3,000 plus to a marketing company who botched everything for my brand. He fired them. I'd rather do it myself now. Listen, I remember before when it used to be very expensive for somebody else to do your website, I hired somebody at, was it Shopify or Fiverr? One of those places to do my website. They charged me $1,500 to do my website. And I did not know what I wanted for my website. And so they didn't give me what I wanted because I didn't even know what I wanted. So I think I had two revisions, and it still wasn't what I wanted. And I still ended up not using it. So that was just a waste of money. It just went right out the window. Just because I thought I was doing, I thought I was creating something that was going to be, professional and everything. And since I had no direction, I didn't know what I wanted. I couldn't even really direct the guy to give me what I wanted because I didn't know. So you got AI. You can play around with it. If it don't work, you can scrap it and it ain't cost you nothing but a subscription. Right? If it doesn't work, it ain't cost you nothing but your Chat GPT, your OpenAI subscription, right? It didn't cost you anything. Or your Canva Pro or your whatever. It didn't cost you much. So we could just scrap it. It ain't costing you thousands to fix it, right? You can keep on doing it until you learn it if you want to, right? So with that being said, y'all, thank you so much for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. Hey, let's get it. Let's go. I love it. Love it. Nikki plus AI equals success. Hey, I love it. So with that being said, y'all, I'm about to be out of here. I got a lot of things that I got to do today and put up and send y'all and da-da-da-da-da. So y'all make sure that you are subscribed. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and share this video out with somebody else and tell them to subscribe. Please turn on your notifications bell so that you can be notified when we go live. We go live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. I am on the road to 1,500. Y'all already know. So y'all make sure that y'all subscribe. If you have not, what else do I want to share with y'all? That is it. Follow me on all social media. We are Bubble Babes University everywhere. And that is it. That is all. I will talk to y'all all later. Y'all have an amazing day. I don't know if y'all in the rain like I am, but still bring the sunshine, okay? Another day above the ground is a great one. Thank you so much. We're going to close it out with that. You know it. Let me get to it.
Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button.
Everybody have a great day. Talk to you all later. Bye, y'all.